All right, hey everyone, welcome to Developers Academy. This is Duke, founder of Developers Academy, where we teach our students to design, prototype, and develop iOS apps. So thank you so much for joining us today. This is obviously our first code hangout, and I haven't tried this kind of live coding ever. So during this, maybe there will be some errors, and we'll fix that together, right? So I prepared some of the slides for you so I can show you the agenda for this one. Okay, so let's just show the slides. All right, and then I will start share the screen. All right, so first of all, thank you so much for joining us today. And I know that a lot of you are not in Eastern our time zone. A lot of you are in Texas, in San Francisco, even in Russia or in China. So thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope that we will enjoy this session together. And in the future, weekly, we'll hold a weekly session to talk about new features in Swift, to talk about new practices in iOS development. And so thank you so much. Now, here's the agenda for this one. First of all, I want you to go down the link right down below and download the starter project if you haven't. This starter project, I've written some of the comments for you, some of mock-up in Swift 2, and just some of the starter code that is kind of like boring, so we don't have to spend a lot of time writing those code, okay? And first of all, I want to show you the old way of error handling, because today we will talk about error handling in Swift 2. In Swift 2, Apple introduced new way of error handling that is safer and more interesting to write, and it is kind of like very concise, very unite when you write throughout the framework, okay? And then we will show the error handling in Swift 2. We will spend about 30 to 45 minutes on this, okay? Error handling in Swift 2. And then we'll spend some time on Q&A. If you have some questions, post your question right down below in the comment section, right down below, and I will answer all of your questions, okay? And after error handling, we will answer some of your questions. And after that, I will show you a special bonus because you're joining us today, and I will give you a special bonus from Developers Academy. And of course, we are live now, but if you missed this or you missed some of the fraction in this, you can go back. I will send you a link to your email, to your inbox, and there will be a link so you can access the record of this live event. Okay, you can watch this all over again. And then we will have a code challenge for you. I know that you love code challenge, right? Because if my point is, I want this to be live, to be more interactive. When I do it with the demo, I will show you a demo about error handling in Swift 2, and I will do it slowly each step of the way, and I will explain those, and I want you to follow along with me. Open the Star project and start typing the code that we are typing, and we will do some comment. We will explain stuff, do Q&A, but those things will help you to understand the code, okay? But in order to you to be able to actually use error handling, you should do it yourself, and that is the point of code challenge, okay? I just don't, this code challenge is not that you have to spend tons of time to just read tons of documentation. It's just you watch the demo, you do the demo along with me, and then I will have instruction for you to do the code challenge. Okay, it is very straightforward. It is about just like what we do in the demo. Okay, and so that is the agenda for this one. And let's talk about the Star project, and I will show you around the Star project. Okay. All right, so here we go at the Star project, and now this is, we are using Xcode 7 and Swift 2, obviously. So if you haven't downloaded Xcode 7, then download Xcode 7 and open in this playground. We're using a playground, okay? And this fraction here is really interesting in Xcode 7. Xcode 7 allows us to write markup in as comment in playground. So this is very nice format, okay? And again, if you do not see this markup, you see this markup as just a bunch of comments like this one, then you can go to editor over here, okay? You can go to editor, and then instead of show raw markup, you will see show rendered markup, and you can click into that, and you will see this markup over here, okay? And again, sometimes it says it has some error, so we can just quit that and refresh Xcode, and you'll see this, okay? So let's talk about our starter project. This starter project, we just have a single class, and this class is Range Rover, the car, the vehicle, okay? And this class, it conforms to the custom string convertible. Now, this is a protocol, and this protocol doesn't do anything really fancy. It just allows us to have a property of description, okay? This property description is a string, and we can return some of the print line, okay? Instead of we print line something, then we can just do immediately an instance of that, okay? I will show you that, okay? Basically this one just prints the vehicle is running with the speed of something, okay? All right, so this vehicle, this Range Rover, it has the speed limit, okay, by law is 65 miles per hour, okay, and we have a private variable of current speed, okay, and this is set, okay, we can set this current variable, and then we have three methods. The first one is speed up, okay, the second one is slow down, and the third one is stopped. Okay, the speed up, we will just do current speed plus plus. So this one will increase the speed by 1. Okay, but now, and then the slow down will slow down the vehicle, and the stop, we will stop the vehicle immediately. Right? So now let's talk about the old way of error handling in Swift. In Swift 1.2 and previously. Okay, so the old way usually is that maybe in Coco or some in networking code, they will throw an exception. Okay, basically it will crash your program and you don't know. Or sometimes in error handling in networking stuff, you can pass in the error as an NS error, as a property that returned in that method. Okay, if you see some kind of like JSON parsing, you will see that error colon NS error, right? But that is not very united, very union, very nice things to do in throughout the framework. Okay, so there will be new way of error handling, but let's first just show that we can have an old way of error handling in this one. So we have the speed up, right? So maybe before we just speed up, we want to check if the vehicle passes the speed limit or not. Okay, so let's type some code over here. So first we want to check if the current speed plus 1, if this guy is past the speed limit plus 10, okay? So if this guy really past the speed limit, then maybe you want to do something, okay? Maybe you want to crash the program, you want to show an alert, you want to fatal error, you want to crash the program, stop the program. In here, maybe you will just return, okay? So this is the old way, and then else, okay? Else, if this is below the speed limit, then we can just do speed limit, current speed plus plus, right? So this is the old way of error handling, right? But now when let's say we want to create a new instance of this guy. So let's create a new instance of Range Rover. So that's my Range Rover, and that is Range Rover. Okay, so this is my Range Rover, and this is an instance of Range Rover. And you'll see that as I typed in my Range Rover, and over here, you'll see that the vehicle is running with the speed of something, okay? And it is that description over here. And that is the thing with the custom string convertible, okay? So let's say I want to increase the speed of this by 80. Now, this is 65, so 65 plus 10 is 75. Okay, so if we go over 75, then we are in trouble. Okay, so let's say I want to do for var I equals 0, I less than 80, and I plus plus. Okay, so this loop will run 80 time, and for 80 time we will do my range rover dot speed up, not speed limit, speed up. Okay, and so this one will runs 80 times, but you see that 80 times, but up to the 75 times, this is just run 75 times, because if it is over 75, then it is an error, it is past the speed limit. So but we do not receive any information about the error, or if you fatal error, they will crash the program. It is not a very nice way to do that, right? And in fact, you access some of the speed limits, current speed here, it will be 75, because it is the max speed over here, 75, right? So let's talk about error handling in Swift 2, because this obviously is not a very nice way to do that, right? So let's do that. Now, in order to have error handling in Swift 2, first, an error in Swift 2, it is comes as an enum, okay? An enum that conforms to error type. So let's do that. I will run up the Range Rover class. We'll have enum, and for this one, we will do speed limit error. And for this one, we have to conform to the error type. Error type is a protocol, and it has some properties for our error. And inside this enum, simply we just have to declare some of the cases for this enum. So first, I will declare something like you are like a total. This means that we way too slow. The speed limit minus 10. Okay, so case you are like a total. Okay, and this means that we way too slow. Okay, and less than speed limit minus 10. Okay, so you are like a total, and this is too slow. The other case is maybe like slow down the flash. Okay, case slow down the flash, and this is over the limit plus 10. Okay, oh, larger than. So this is the flash too fast, right? And then so this is our enum, and then this enum will serve us as an as kind of like the indicator for our error. Okay, and it is fascinating. Okay, type in. All right, so now let's change, let's modify this bit limit so that it throws an error. Okay, the term in Swift 2 is that if this method catches some error, then it will throw an error. Okay, so I will delete these code right here, and then now first we will just check. Okay, we will check if the current limit speed plus 1 is larger than the speed limit plus 10, right? So this is we go way over the speed limit, right? Then we will throw an error. Now this throw, we will throw a speed limit error. Okay, speed limit error, and we'll throw slow down the flash, right? So we will throw speed limit error dot slow down the flash. Cool. So this means that if we call this speed up and the speed is way over 75, then we will throw this error. But Xcode will yell at us, okay? Because this error is not handled because enclosing function is not declared throws. Now, why is it? Well, simply it says that in this method, okay, in this method, as we typed in, we tell Xcode that inside this method it throws some error. Okay. So simply says that it throws some error, but we haven't marked this method as throws. So we have to mark this method as throws, okay? And simply over here, we can just type throws. Cool. So here we have throws, okay? And this marks that if there's something wrong, I will throw you an error to the corner, okay? And let's show you how to use this error, okay? So way down below here, we have let's get started, okay? And maybe I slow down a little bit so you can type in. All right, so I will comment this guy. And then let's declare an instant, a new instant, maybe just my range rover over here. And this is range rover. Okay, so this is range rover. And first, maybe you want to do something like we just speed up the limit, but that limit, that speed up just in the range of our speed limit. So I would do for var I equals 0 and I less than 60 and I plus plus. Okay, so this guy, it is still in the limit. Okay, and because now we want to call the my range rover dot speed up. Okay, so let's call that dot speed up. And you see that right now, this completion for my code, it says that this throws. Okay, it throws. Then when we call this guy, in order to actually run this method, we have to mark this as try. Okay, it is a new keyword in Xcode, and we have to mark that as try. Okay, right. So we have to mark that as try. But now I know that this method will throw us an error. So I want to try this one. But inside this loop, I know that we will just speed into 60. Okay, so we will not have to we will not pass the speed limit. So we know that we will not pass the speed limit. We know that we don't have to handle the error. So I will mark this try as try exclamation mark. So this exclamation mark, it will tell Xcode that just do it. Just call the my range rover dot speed up, okay, for 60 times. And I know that this speed up throws an error, but I don't care about the error. I will not catch the error at all. Okay, I know that I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm doing good. If I'm doing wrong, then it will crash our program. Okay, so if this thing speed up for 60 times, if it weighs over the speed limit, it will crash our program. If it doesn't, then it will slow down. If it doesn't, it will just run normally. And indeed, if I type in my range rover over here, and you will see that over here it says that, okay, the current speed limit, the current this guy, okay, the current speed is 60. Okay, so it indeed runs successfully, right? But now, how about when we do something that it crashes, that it will slow, it will have an error. Okay, so let's deal with our error. Okay, so we will catch some error over here. Now, in order to have that, first let's just stop our Range Rover. Okay, so that the speed at the current limit, current speed is 0. Cool. So we will stop our vehicle. And then now after that, we will want to catch this error. We want to do something that will cause the error, right? So I will introduce you to a new keyword in Swift 2, and that is the do keyword. Okay, this do keyword, it will just tell Xcode do this. Okay, simply do this. All right, and for that, we will want to for var I equals 0 and I less than 80. Okay, I plus plus. So I equals 0, I less than 80, and I plus plus. Now this time will be the flash. We'll go way over the speed limit. We'll go to 80 miles per hour. So we want to try my Range Rover dot speed up. Okay. And this time we know that we want to care about the error. So I will, instead of try exclamation, we will do try, just try. Okay. Instead of try exclamation, we will just try. Because before in this one, okay, maybe I will allow you to spend some time to type in the code. Cool. So before in this one, we will go to 60. We know that 60 is much less than the error. So we don't care about the error. We'll just try exclamation. Okay. If it crashes, then it crashes. But now we care about the error. So we'll mark it as try. Okay. And after this do block, okay, then I will have a new keyword. And this keyword is really logical. It will catch the error. And in order to catch the error, we have to do catch let's error. Okay. So if there is an error, then this method, this speed up method, it will throw that error into this let error. Then we will hold that let error as a property, and we will have that access to this error. Okay. And in here, maybe I can just print the error. Right. So right now you don't see anything, right? But if we open this guy, okay, less than 80. Okay, let me try this. There's an error. Nice. So clearly playground is crashing. All right, so I will quit this guy and run it again. Okay, it happens all the time. So, all right, we are here. So first, let me go over this code once again. First, we will stop the My Range Rover, and then we'll do this block. We'll mark it as try. Okay. And then we'll go way over the speed limit. All right. And then if there's an error, then we will mark it as an error. Wait a second. I don't know why we don't see the output over here. Okay. It should be having an output over here. So hold on, guys. I'll quit Xcode. Open once again. Here we go. All right, so right now I don't know why it didn't print this, but just trust me over here, okay? Just walk me over here. Because so now we'll catch this error, okay? So obviously there is an error over here. So we will catch this error, right? And let's try something new with this guy. And over this, I have a challenge for you. The first challenge is just try to slow down way below the speed limit. Okay, so we will try to slow down way below the speed limit, right? And over here, yes, finally. So you see that it throws an error here, speed limit error. Okay, so it will throw an error for us. And now for this guy, it doesn't crash because the current limit is 75. Okay, see that? So for this one, we want to go way over 80, but now it doesn't go. It just goes to 75 because that is the speed limit, right? And then it just goes over 75. It will just throw an error, and it will catch that error. We'll print it like this. Or maybe you want to do something like in your app, you want to show an alert view or alert view controller. Okay, and here is your first challenge. The challenge this time is just try to use the slowdown. It's just very much like this. Okay, try to use it in two ways. The first one is don't care about the error, use the try exclamation, and the second one is just try and catch the error, right? All right, so after this code hangout, and I hope that you spend some time to try this challenge. Right, so now let's do something more specific with this error. Maybe you want to do something like we go way over the speed limit, right? We go way over the speed limit, but we want to tell that there will we want to tell that, okay, so I go way over the speed limit, maybe 10 miles, 5 miles, okay? But now we want to do something like we want to tell the caller, we want to tell the one that is calling this method that how many miles that we do past the speed limit, okay? So in order to do that, first I will go way over here, and I want to write an extension for this class Range Rover. So we'll do an extension, and that is Range Rover. Okay, so an extension is simply it will extend the functionality, some of the properties, some of the methods for this Range Rover class. Okay, you can just write in the class, but because I don't want to mess up the flow of the playground, so I want to write an extension. Okay, and then for this one, I will write an accelerate, and for this method, we can accelerate any speed. Okay, we can go like 10, not just 1. And then first, we will want for this one, it also throws, right? Because if it weighs over the speed limit, then we'll want to throw an error. So first, let's check if there's an error. Current speed plus 1 is larger than the speed limit plus 10. Then we want to throw the speed limit error dot slow down the flash, right? Cool. Or else, then we'll do the current speed plus equal amount. Cool. So first, we want to write an accelerate allows us to go to speed up any arbitrary amount of speed or anything. Okay, and then we'll check if there's an error, and then we will pass that error, right? Or else, then we will just increase the speed. Okay, but now we want to have more specific, more interesting information about our speed, about our error. So let's try to do something that passes some information into the error itself. And in order to do that, we want to have another case for our error. Okay, so let's have another case for our error. I will go way over here, and inside this enum, okay, speed limit error, and I have another case. Now for this case, it is something like, hey, you need to slow down, and then it has an amount of int. Okay, so this says that, okay, you have an error, and this error, it has a parameter, and this parameter, it has something like this, the amount, and inside this we can access this amount. Cool. All right, so let's try to use this case. Did you type in? I hope that you type in this. Okay. All right. So my Range Rover does start. And oh, here. All right. So right now in this accelerate function, we just throw the speed limit error dot slow down the flash, right? But now we want to throw the, hey, you need to slow down some amount, so that we know that how much we just go way over that. So instead of throw the speed limits error dot slow down the flash, I want to throw the, hey, you need to slow down. Okay, and it allows me to pass in this amount. And guess what? This amount is the current speed speed plus amount minus the speed limit minus 10, right? So current speed plus amount minus speed limit, and then we'll minus 10. All right, so we have the amount of current speed plus amount minus the speed limit and minus 10. All right, now let's try to use this method. Try to use this accelerate method, and then we will see how we can use this error and use the amount, right? So way down over here, and I will declare a new instance of the Range Rover, and that is let's new Range Rover, and that is Range Rover. Okay, so we have a new Range Rover. Okay. And all that in real life, we can just declare a new instance like this. All right. So first, we want to do, okay, again, remember the do. This one just says that do something. Okay. So we want to try to my new Range Rover dot accelerate, and we want to accelerate maybe up to 100. Okay. So for this one, we want to try to accelerate this Range Rover into 100, right? And then we want to catch the error, right? So let's catch that, catch. And now instead of let, where is that? So let error, right? Instead of let error, we want to do catch what? We want to catch the speed limit error dot, hey, you need to slow down. Okay, and then inside this we have let amount. Okay, so inside this we have the let amount, and we can catch this error. Okay, so inside this block I can print something like, are you the flash? If not, slow down. And we want to tell that you need to slow down some amount. And here I use string interpolation for the amount, right? All right, so we have the amount. All right, so now let's try to print this new Range Rover. Okay, and you see that it says the current speed is why not 100? All right, So let me check on this. Okay. If this larger than this, hold on. Current speed plus amount minus speed limit minus 10. Oh, okay. I see what I do wrong. So inside accelerate, instead of if current speed plus 1, then we have to do current speed plus amount, right? If the amount that we want to accelerate exceed this speed limit, okay, then we want to throw that error inside the accelerate. So do me a favor to change this amount. Okay, instead of 1, we want to do current speed plus amount larger than the speed limit plus 10. Okay. All right, cool. So now way down here, okay, you see that vehicle is running something. Current speed is 0. Okay, it doesn't allow us to accelerate this. That makes sense, right? Because we don't want to bump into 100 miles per hour immediately. So this one will fail. Okay, it will throw an error and we'll catch that error over here. And you see that over here, we do are you the flash? If not, slow down something. Okay, slow down like this. Slow down 25 miles. So that is the speed limit is 75. We want to accelerate 100. So we need to slow down 25 miles. Okay. And it is very straightforward, right? And basically that is that for all the error handling basically. But now I forgot to show you another thing up here. So let's so let's try another thing up here. And instead of do maybe over here I will do my Range Rover that stopped. Okay, so let's try another thing. This time we will catch some error, right? So over here, want to do something like we want still to do something, okay, and we will exceed the speed limit. I will copy and paste those code. Okay, it will go way over 80. Okay, it goes to 80, and we want to catch the error. But now instead of catch that error, we want to catch the slow down the flash error, right? Because remember that we have several enums cases. One of those is slow down the flash, and that is when we exceed the speed limit plus 10. Okay, so now we want to catch slow down the flash. So we want to do speed limit error dot slow down the flash, right? So this means that there will be an error and I will catch that. Okay, it's basically like just I will show you, but it's easier than the let's. Okay, and then we want to print something like are you the flash? If not, slow down. Okay, and then we should see something over here. Let playground run it, and then we'll check my Range Rover right down here. And that is the thing happens to when you code live. Okay, Xcode doesn't like me that much, so playground. All right, so we'll print your flash. If not, slow down. Okay, it is very much like this one. Instead, this one it allows us. Where is that? Here we go. In this one, it allows us to have a property for this amount. We have the speed limit error, and we catch the hey, you need to slow down error, and we will have an amount. Okay, you decide in which case you want to do that. Okay, in some cases you just don't need to have that error, some amount. In some cases you just need to know that you have the error, right? Cool. All right. So your second challenge in this one is that we'll create a new extension for this one. Just do basically like this. But now, instead of speed up, we want to slow down. We want to slow down an arbitrary amount, and then use some methods, catch the errors. Okay, and that is that for this Hangout, this code Hangout, and you have two challenges in this one. Okay, and I hope that you will try those challenges, right? And now let's go back to the slides. Okay, and I hope that you already write those, and I will post the complete project right down below here for you if you want to check it out again. Okay, and again I will show the record of this Hangout for you once again, so that you can see, rewatch it again if you miss some point. Okay, but I hope that you enjoyed that. And now let's go back to our slides, so that we have something. I want to have a bonus for you. Okay, I want to have a special bonus for you, because I know that you are an incredible student, because I know that right now you just still continue with our Hangout. You just want to learn, you just keep learning. Okay, and that wise, I know that you are stick to us. I know that you would love to join Developers Academy if you want to, because in Developers Academy, and let me show you Developers Academy, and here it is. Okay, so this is Developers Academy, where I teach our students to learn so much about iOS development. Okay, and you can watch this video over here to know all the information about Developers Academy. And right now we have 14 different courses, and in the next few weeks I will release three new courses about JSON and REST API, 2 or 3 new courses about core data. Okay, because there are tons of new materials that I want to cover. So right now we have 14 new courses, and you see all over here. Okay, and now these courses, it is worth like thousands and thousands of dollars, especially if you go to some boot camp or some live conference. Okay, but I don't want to just charge you like this, because I know that we are so driven by our passion, iOS development, to write apps that enhance people's lives, right? So I want to help you with that, just like I want to, some of my mentors helped me when I started like you. So I want to contribute back to you. I want to love to help you. So I would love to give you a chance to join in Developers Academy today with just $27 a month. Okay, but now it's not $27 a month, so don't leave me. This is usually the $27 a month, but because you are joining us today, so I want to give you a special bonus. Okay, and now stick with me, because if you join Developers Academy, you can have access to all the current courses. We have 14 courses right now, and in the future we'll release more courses. After that, you have access to all the future courses. Okay, you have access to the private Facebook group. That is priceless. You have my guarantee for your 30-day money back satisfaction. Okay, if you join Developers Academy, you don't think that you learn that much, then ask me for your money back. I want you to be totally confident when you join in Developers Academy. And as you join us at some time, I hope that there will be not that time, but at some time you don't think that you want to continue to learn, then ask to cancel anytime. If you have a member portal, you can just click a button and you can cancel. Okay, and then you will have access to my forum. Ask me any questions that you like, and this is the kind of access level that my students pay me $5,000 a year to mentor them personally. And I would love to give it to you so that you can ask me any questions, so I can help you to develop iOS apps, so you can learn so much more, and you have a coach, me, to coach you personally with your project, with your courses that you are joining in Developers Academy, with your challenges, with the things that you work on the demos. Okay. And you will have weekly iOS tutorials and resources. You will have weekly code hangout like this, and I will answer your questions. Okay. And now this $25 a month, it is already a bonus already. It is 86% off the tuition. Okay. But right now, when you are still staying with me, I want to give you another bonus. Okay. So here it is, another bonus for you. So now, you ready? All right, you ready? So with this special link, I will give you 50% off the first month. Okay, so when you join Developers Academy today with this link, bit.ly/DA half off, then you have 50% off the first month. So instead of paying $27, your first month you just had to pay $13.5 a month. And again, the reason why I want to do this is that I want you to be totally confident when you join Developers Academy, so that you don't afraid that this is too much of an investment. I know that this is your time to invest in yourself, to invest your resources, you invest your time to write that app, to learn, to grow, to write the app and ship that to the App Store. Okay, so I would love to give you this bonus, bit.ly DA half off. Okay, when I click into this guy, okay, let me show you. There we go. Oops. All right. So let me copy this link. Okay. Go way over here. All right. So now, when I use this link, I'm using this link, and you see that you have 50% coupon discount. So I would just love to give you this so that you can join us with total confidence that you can learn, you can do your project whenever you want, at which level you like. Whether you are advanced developers, you want to build some social networking apps, then we have 2 courses to build social networking apps for you. In the future, we'll release even more tutorials on social networking apps. If you want to learn about auto layout, we have a complete course for auto layout. Okay, you want to learn about table view, want to learn about collection view, want to learn to ship apps to the App Store, how to monetize your app, we have a course that for you. Okay, and we have tons of courses. So use this link right down here and join Developers Academy today. You can learn all the information about Developers Academy in this link, and you have a 50% off coupon, okay, to join Developers Academy. And again, you can do all kinds of things. You can do 30-day money back if you don't think that you learn a lot from us, but I'm sure that you will love it. Okay, you will learn a lot from this, because I personally coach my students with this curriculum that I offer you at the Developers Academy. And today with this one, love to give you a chance to join the Developers Academy, because I know that up to this point, if you still stick with me, then you so much want to learn. So stay tuned, okay? And join the Developers Academy by type in this link in your browser right now, okay? bit.ly/DA half off, right? So now, if you have any questions, just feel free to post it right down below, okay? Post it into whether in the Google Hangout or in the video that you found us, so I can answer your questions. Okay, if you have any questions, then just feel free to post it. Or if you right now don't have any question, then just try the challenge and then post your question right down below, and I will come back and answer your questions. Okay, all right. So I hope you will join the Developers Academy someday, or immediately right now, because I don't know, I'm not sure if I can still offer you this much 50% off after 86% off again. So I just want you to be totally confident when you join the Developers Academy today. So click this link, and then I'll see you over the other side. And I hope that you have been enjoying this code hangout. So if you have any idea what you want to learn next time, okay, then post your question right down below. Post your recommendations. Which one you want to learn this time in the next hangout next Saturday, right, at 10 a.m. No, 9 a.m. CDT, Central Time, Eastern Time. Okay, so post your recommendations right down below. And I know that because now this is my first code hangout, usually I just shoot videos for you guys, post it on my blog at developersinspirers.com, or in my Facebook group. And usually I don't do this kind, but I think that maybe I should challenge myself to try to do something new, try to do something more interactive with you guys, and build a relation with you, because I know that you are so much a striver to want to learn so much. So I want to do this consistently every week. We'll be here at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, okay, or 9 a.m. CDT. Then at whichever time zone that you are in. So I hope that you have been enjoying this code hangout, and ask your questions right down below. If you had any recommendations on the code hangout, like you go way too fast, or you would do something, then just post your questions. Okay, if you want to learn something new in iOS next time, then do something like I want to learn about JSON, I want to learn about REST API, I want to learn about collection view, I want to learn anything about core data. Okay, just post your recommendation right down below, and I will consider and do a new hangout for that one for you. Okay, so again, you can write down below, and with this link, access this link right now and get 50% off your first month. Okay, so until next time, I see you, and go out there, learn new things, create, contribute, and make your difference. See you next time. Have a nice day.